morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Nepalis across the country celebrating Lakshmi Puja today. Public holiday for the festival begins from this day. Supreme Court starts hearing on hobbyist corrupt cases. Chief Justice sets 9 benches for the hearings. Home Minister inspects flood-hit areas of Far West, places to declare emergency in some districts. Iran to resume nuclear talks with world powers on November 29. The negotiations is aimed at removing US-imposed sanctions. And Liverpool brass Atletico side to reach last 16 of Champions League. Mane and Jota scored on an easy night at Anfield. And now the news in detail. Nepal is across the country are observing Lakshmi Puja as part of the Tihar festival today. On this day, people offer prayers to goddess Lakshmi, who is also the goddess of wealth. People clean their homes and light lamps to please the goddesses. The worship and special prayers are held during the evening. During the daytime, people worship cows that are considered a form of goddesses Lakshmi. It is also an expression of gratitude to the domesticated animal which provides milk to the people. The government declares public holiday for the Festival of Lights from this day onward. Tihar is celebrated for 5 full days as per the lunar calendar during this month. However, this time the festival is being celebrated only for 4 days. The Supreme Court has started hearing on habeas corpus cases from yesterday. In the past 1 week, such hearings had taken place only on Monday. On Tuesday, hearing on even the detainee case was not possible due to the absence of protesting justices. The hearings on habeas corpus cases are taking place in 9 benches. Chief Justice Solendra Samser Rana had scheduled benches to hear the cases. 6 of them are division benches and 2 are single benches, according to Supreme Court spokesperson Babu Ram Dahal. It may be noted that judges at the Apex Court had refused to join the hearing session since Monday afternoon, putting forth various demands. The hearings have remained completely affected since October 25 following a controversy regarding the Chief Justice's involvement in seeking his share during the recent cabinet expansion. The disruption in the hearing procedures has affected service seekers who have arrived from far-flung parts of the country. Acting Prime Minister Balkrishna Kand has pledged to make efforts to declare emergency in Baitari, Bazang and Dadalthura districts that have been worst affected by the recent floods and landslides. A report. Inspecting the flood and landslide hit areas in Bazang district yesterday, Acting PM Kand said that emergency would be declared in these districts and development of physical infrastructures would be stepped up. Kand, who is also the Home Minister, interacted with the affected locals of Khaptar and took stock of the extent of damages by the recent unseasonal floods and landslides triggered by torrential rainfall. He vowed to declare emergency in this district through the meeting of the Council of Ministers once Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba returns home from abroad. Kand also said that the relief packages would be provided to the affected people through respective chief district offices. Requesting patience, he asks the affected locals to receive Rs 50,000 per household as immediate relief to those who lost their family members during the disaster. The beneficiaries also include those whose houses were damaged by the natural calamity. A total of 12 people died and 19 went missing in the landslide and flood that occurred in the 3rd week of October in these 3 districts. Over 100 households were displaced, while thousands of hectares of land were washed away or turned into wasteland. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 395 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 813,828, while the number of active cases has dropped to 9,174. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,434 after the virus claimed 7 more lives yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 45 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 47.17 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 34.32 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 248.74 million people across the world and claims over 5.03 million lives. Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba is returning home today after attending the World Leaders Summit under COP26 held at Glasgow of the United Kingdom. Prime Minister Deuba had left Kathmandu for London on October 29, leading a 20-member Nepali delegation to attend the summit held on November 1 and 2. The delegation will reach Kathmandu today morning on a Qatar Airways flight via Doha and Edinburgh. Before returning home, PM Deuba visited Royal Botanic Garden at Edinburgh of Scotland and addressed a ceremony organised on his honour. And now the news from economic front. The air service provider have increased airfare with the increase in the fuel price. The umbrella organization of air service providers issued a press release on Wednesday and informed that the airfare has been increased up to Rs 440 in a one-way flight. Now, the passengers should pay Rs 440 more in the longest route, while those to fly in the shortest route should pay Rs 95 more than the usual fare. The longest air route in the country is from Kathmandu to Dhangari, while Kathmandu to Simara is the shortest one. Nepal Oil Corporation has increased the price of air fuel by 11 to 6%, that is Rs 10 per litre recently. The Association of Air Service Providers of Nepal said the decision of price hike was taken after receiving permission from Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Iran has said it will resume multilateral talks on November 29 in Austria's capital Vienna, aimed at reviving the country's nuclear deal with world powers. Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister Ali Bagheri Kani, who became Tehran's chief negotiator in mid-September, said on Wednesday the date was set in a phone call with European Union mediator Enrique Mora. 6 rounds of talks with the remaining parties of the deal, China, Russia, Germany, France and the United Kingdom in Vienna, with the US participating indirectly, concluded in late June to allow the administration of Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi to take form. The European Union also confirmed the news about the resumption of talks and said the negotiations would be chaired by Mora on behalf of EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Liverpool swept into the last 16 of the Champions League with a comfortable win over 10-man Atletico Madrid that ensured they will finish off Group B. Early goals by Diogo Jota and Sadio Mane, both created by Trent Alexander-Arnold, put the Reds in the full command, and there was no way back for the Spanish side once Philip was set off before half-time. Jurgen Klopp's side should have dished out more punishment after the break but missed a flurry of chances, and Jota had another strike ruled out for offside by the video assistant referee. Atletico thought they had pulled a goal back from a deflected shot by former Red striker Luis Suarez, but that too was chalked off offside by VAR, and they never seriously threatened a comeback. As well as sending Liverpool through to the knockout stage with spare 2 games, the wins extend the Reds' unbeaten start to the season to 16 games. In total, they have not tasted defeat for 25 matches, dating back to 6 April when they lost to Real Madrid in the quarter-finals of last season's Champions League. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Nepal is across the country celebrating Lakshmi Puja today. Public holiday for the festival begins from this day. Supreme Court starts hearing on habeas corpus cases. Chief Justice sets 9 benches for the hearings. Home Minister inspects flood-hit areas of Far West, pledges to declare emergency in some districts. Iran to resume nuclear talks with world powers of November 29. The negotiation is aimed at removing US-imposed sanctions. And Liverpool brought Atletico side to reach last section of Champions League. Mane and Jota score on an easy night at Anfield. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.